Mai I pōtikirua ki te toka a tai au. Tau ana kia tūranga tangata rite. Rere iho ki ngā tukemata o ka hungunu. Ngā reo irirangi o te rāwhiti.
Summer is around the corner, which means it's sun's out, guns out, especially here on KAPU TAIRA WHITI.
These buys and tries brought to you by Turanga FM, Radio Ngāti Porou and Radio Kahungunu.
Now speaking of guns, you need those to be an arm wrestling champion, just like gold medal winning champion John Leach. Now recently he won 2 gold medals at the 4th International Federation of Armwrestling World Championships over in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. That story is coming up right after the news.
Mai I te tī ki te tā, ki ngā tai pito pito o te wā. He wera te tī, me maringi.
Mōrena e hika mā, ko puta ki te karanga a ngā kura o Talaga Bay Area School, kura nui me te kohanga o te tipu, kia whakanui i tētahi ekenga whakahirahira. He kaupapa hei whakanui I a rātou, ko tipu ake I wainga I nei kaupapa e toru. Taira wāti ki ngā iwi me ngā hapori. Tu ai te hui nei ki te kani a takirau.
Ki Turanga Nui a Kiwa, he nui tonu te para kai ngā rōna ki te awa o Turanga Nui a Kiwa. He mōrea mō rātau ngā kaihoe e whakariti ana mō te whakataitai wakāma o te motu, ka tū hei te tīmatanga o te tauhou. Rima mano tāra te utu ki te whakawātea I te paru nei, kua puta ki te karapu hoi o horauta waka hoi, mā te kaunihira tērā utu e pīkau.
Ki ka hungunui naine, ko kuhu mai tētahi tikanga hou mō ngā kākahu ara mō ngā kōtiro no te kura o Napier Girls High School. Kua toru tau, tēnei kaupapa e kōkiriti ana. I naine e whakaiti ana te mau lava hei panekoti. E hara I te mea ko ngā kōtiro anake no ngā iwi poro nehia e mau ana I ngā momo kākahu nei. A kāti koera ngā tai pito pito o te wā.
He timo kai, he wera te wai. Noho mai, me rāhia rāua ko mātai.
He toaringa mamau a John Leach no Ngāti Konohi ai no whāngara mai tawhiti. Now recently John won the Masters 105 kilograms plus category at the World Championships.
Not only did he do that, but he won the category in both the right arm and the left arm.
Which one are you stronger?
Right. What about you?
Left.
Oh, we can't even have a battle because it's
after the show.
Okay.
Now recently John represented New Zealand and beat South African Jaco Botma in the left arm final for 1 gold medal, and then another South African, Jaco Underhay, in the right arm final for his 2nd gold.
Far out. Maybe that's a sign the All Blacks are going to beat South Africa in the World Cup final. He tohu pea.
E mea ana koe. Let's check out his story now.
Hey, kia ora, John. So here we are in your humble abode where you do all the mahi, I suppose. Arm wrestling, how did you get involved?
I started arm wrestling when I was about 15 actually. I got into a lot of pub arm wrestling, and then I think back in 2014 when I went to my first comp in Auckland, and then yeah, I've been doing it ever since.
So pub wrestling, were you just kind of there having a few quiet ones and then you thought, oh, that looks pretty easy, I'll go and give that a go?
Actually my brother-in-law was sort of having arm wrestling one day, and he taught me a few little techniques, and yeah, from there I just thought, oh well, I'm pretty strong, I can beat big fellas. So yeah, when I went to the pubs I was just arm wrestling for beers, money, stuff like that. Yeah, arm wrestling's always style, I suppose.
John, you mentioned technique. Now I dare say, and you know, I haven't done this before, well I have with my cousins for funsies. Tell us about what is involved in terms of technique when it comes to arm wrestling. It's not just kind of grabbing your cousin's arm in.
There's about 3 techniques that they use in arm wrestling. One is the hook, which is inside arm wrestling, and the other one is top rolling, coming up through a man's hand, and the other one is a flop press, which is used by the tricep really. So yeah, those are like the 3 techniques that you use in arm wrestling.
Recently you competed at the Worlds in Kuala Lumpur. Tell us about that.
That was us. We've done about 5 months training before we went over, and we were expecting just to win a couple. You know, I would have been happy with winning a couple, but yeah, as the results could see, that yeah, I won it at the end of the day.
Kapai, what's the big goal for you, John? I mean, you've got 2 gold medals over here from the Worlds. Is that the pinnacle of where you want to be at, or is there more?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I want to go to next year's Worlds too over in Greece, so that's another goal that I'm willing to go over there and try and win it again, I suppose. Yeah, but I've got Nationals next week anyway, New Zealand Nationals, so preparing for that at the moment.
Where are those?
That's in Hamilton.
Well, it'd be rude if you didn't, kind of show us your skill. And waimare katoa tātou nā te mea ko tono a wētahi, so he's got some of his mates, his bros that are coming in to show us how he got to the top of the world in his particular class. Nō reira, kia mātakitaki ake tātou.
Depending what time you're arm wrestling with, you can use, if you're arm wrestling with the right arm, you usually stick your right leg forward on the table and you make sure your hip is sort of grinded into the table.
Yep.
Then you take your grip.
What kind of grip? Like, you know, like...
Yeah, you can either grip hard or you can grip soft, whatever, you know, whatever grip suits you. Usually I'm a hard gripper, but I learned coming back from the wheelchair, light grip is always sometimes the best option instead of gripping hard.
Then what next?
And then the ref will sort of square you up, square your shoulders up, he'll straighten your wrist up, and then once you're square to the table and your wrist is straight, then he'll say go, and then whatever position you want to go, and you can go inside, or you can come on the outside. Inside arm wrestling, I love it because it's bicep on bicep, it's power on power. There is really no technique. There is technique involved there, but not as much as coming on the outside.
Yeah, so we've been arm wrestling with John for a while, and he's been like, a real inspiration to all of us, and just letting people know through what he's doing and what we're doing here that there's something out there that you could do, that if you've got enough drive, well, the world's the limit, you know. He's a Gizzy boy here, went over to Malaysia and done so freaking awesome, you know, golds, and just, it's a real inspiration.
So yeah, it's good to have training buddies like them, you know, they help me prepare, you know, I just didn't do it on my own. You know, family support as well as my bros, my training buddies, you know, helped me get to Kuala Lumpur and helped me win those gold medals, so yeah.
Well, thank you, John. Ngā mihi nui kia koe. Thank you for joining us on KAPU TAIRA WHITI. I would shake your hand, but I'm scared that I might get broken, so e mihi atu ana kia koe, bro. Kia ora koe.
Wow, you're the man, John. Now, speaking of John, he is actually looking for sponsors to help him defend his titles in Greece next year. So if you'd like to help him, contact us via our Facebook page.
I think we should go and do a story for KAPU TAIRA WHITI.
Be rude not to.
Yeah,
We'll be Greece lightning.
Yeah. Coming up, Apōpō, we have a story on Rua Bioscience.
Yes, look at that. I'm looking forward to Dak's story.
You took my line. Engari, hei te ti e te tā.
Hei kona! Got to be fast otherwise. Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Wah!
Radio Ngāti Porou, Radio Kahungunu, Tūranga FM, Kaputi me ngā irirangi o te rāwhiti.